Hey guys, what's going on? I hope everyone is doing beautiful this evening. We are listening to Phil Collins One More Night because I can't wait forever. Someone's name could be Phil, Philip. Collins could be significant. The 80s could be significant. I'm sure that song is in a movie or two. I'm not privy to that information. But I very much like the song. So let's see what we're gonna get. We're gonna use the Truth Oracle. I don't really know what we're gonna do. I took out the Storymatic cards and the True Crime cards. So I don't know. There's never really any rhyme or reason to what I do. So the card that pops out is Silence, Keep Silent, Coercion, or Hint. At the bottom we have Finances, Money Problems, Work, Success, Fortune. Someone could be sick or congestion could be an issue. Someone could be smoking too much, not drinking enough, staying hydrated. But someone wants to be silent about their own finances or maybe the finances of someone else. It makes me think of different scenarios. Both deal with someone trying to hide their money problems from someone else. So the first one would be like a wife who takes care of the bills and the finances in the house. But and there are plenty of, what am I watching right now? I think it's like one of those, For My Man, I think it is. My Man or something like that. It made me think of Martin. Martin and Pam, Gina, those names could be significant. My man, my man. Anyway. So this wife, even the husband, whoever it is in this connection, in terms of a marriage, one handles the money, the other one just hands their money over, whether there are shared expenses or someone pays all of the bills. The person who's in charge of the money is not taking care of things as they're supposed to. They want to, well, in those shows, the keep silent part is they try to take the person out who's going to start inquiring about the finances. They may try to, with coercion, coerce someone into maybe trying to make a deal with someone at the bank or at the mortgage place or wherever they have money or wherever they owe money. And someone may be starting to get some type of hints that there is a problem with finances. Or maybe even someone's job. Someone could have gotten fired from a job, but they get up every day to make it seem as if things are going well for them. With success and fortune here, it makes me think that someone is... Well, there could be someone who's just very inconspicuous when it comes to their money, so they could look like they have none, but they have a nice little, what is that, nest egg? But I more so think that this is someone who is trying to perpetrate a fraud. This gives someone who could have saw, let's say someone says that they shop at, I don't know, Whole Foods. That's where they get all their groceries. They don't buy any groceries from anywhere else. They don't even look at the dollar store. Like, the way they behave, it's like that stuff would be beneath them. They have such a reason why they wouldn't go to those stores. But that reason is always to be better than someone else. It always explains itself in a way where this person comes out looking like they're too good for that. But then someone sees them doing their grocery shopping at the dollar store. And they're like, You didn't see anything. You didn't see anything. This could also be someone who's supposed to be at work and they're not. Someone sees them someplace that they shouldn't be. It sounds like bribery. Even like with a child. The child sees you doing something that may not necessarily be questionable to the child, but you know that that information in the wrong hands would cause a problem. Like if your spouse knew that you had come in at 1 o'clock in the morning, and the only reason your kid knows that you came in at 1 is because they were downstairs sneaking some goddamn chicken or something that they weren't supposed to have. So they see you walking through the door, walking through the garage, dressed, coat on and shit. You just coming in. It looks like you are. Now the kid is looking like, that don't seem right. And the parent who's coming in is now like, oh shit, the fuck? Like I thought I was good. So there could be like some bribing of a child. The child is getting extra stuff that they wouldn't normally get, which is kind of crazy. Such is life. So, our crime has to do with finances and someone needing someone to stay silent about those finances, or that someone is starting to get a hint at something. This could be someone getting a hint also at someone's place of employment. So if there's someone stealing money from their job, look at the bottom. Greed, gold. A bank is significant. Finances in a bank. Ooh. That's not good. Someone's character could be assassinated. So we can say that. We're listening to now Eminem and Rihanna. I love the way you lie. Someone is getting caught in a lie. This hint is coming about. Let's see what we have. Maybe we'll use the Storymatic cards too, just to get a few. Maybe those will give us information that, I don't know. Alright, so something about a child is significant. Oh, look with a female at the bottom. Oh, I don't like this. It almost makes me feel, just to get them no fiesta, because we have landfill, and then we have a child, like someone who could have been thrown away. And then with the female at the bottom, these two cards alone just made me think of those parents that said, the mother said her child got kidnapped. Like, I didn't believe. As soon as I saw her story, I was like, yeah, this lady is not telling the truth. And then her husband, his reaction, I don't know, it just didn't sit well. But look, child with silence, the story. Someone is bribing their child to stay silent about something. Someone could have thrown, maybe someone, yo solo tengo que era forte, not necessarily a child, but, oh, someone could feel like they're throwing away money, landfill, garbage, finances, money going out the window. Something about child support could be significant. The landfill, there's something in a field related to a child. With finances, there would be paperwork if there finances, work problems, work, success, fortune. If you live in the United States, you have a social security number, you pay your taxes. There's paperwork associated with something. Maybe someone threw something away in the landfill associated with their money problems relating to a child. Someone could be trying to pay someone to not say that a child is theirs. And then flip over. Water. Something about someone's emotions in a landfill. Okay, so if I'm thinking from, I'll think from my Tamika mind, as my husband says. We have a child and we have water here. Someone's child. We have water, which speaks to emotions, things we get attached to, relationships, our feelings. But in the middle is a landfill. That's where garbage is. But these two things are important to us. Our child is sacred to us. Our emotional well-being should be sacred to us. But these two things are both in the trash. So someone could have accidentally thrown away something with regard to a child and they're emotional about it. Maybe like a scrapbook. Or you know how when the child is younger and they get things in terms of finances and shit, bank account, like, you know, you set shit up for them. Maybe stuff like that got thrown away with the finance card here. Work problems or work with child with silence. So work with silence makes me think of a job that you have to keep confidential information to yourself, possibly about a child. So some type of government facility is a significant. Maybe it could be a bank, could be like a medical facility, a hospital. Oh, look, an affair. So, I don't like the feeling that I've got in my chest. Someone could have unalived their child because they were having financial issues. This also makes me think of someone who is that woman who she was dating someone and he didn't want children. So, and she had 2 or 3 children. So she went and unalived her children so that she could be with that man. So that could be the silence. Someone needs to keep silent about a lot of different things. This is like someone has big secrets. Silence about a child. Silence about something thrown in a landfill. This water, something could have been thrown in the water. Let's say someone used a weapon to commit a crime. Something about someone throwing something. Both of these cards here alone would speak to hiding some type of evidence that you would think no one would ever find in this big ass landfill with all this garbage. You wouldn't be able to locate something, even in the water. Lakes, oceans, these things can be vast in terms of their length, their depth. So, what else do we have? Ooh. Surveillance. Something was seen. Someone was seen putting something in the water. Or someone knows that they were seen, and with the water they're emotional about it. Something about in a relationship. Water speaks to relationships. Intimate, not intimate. But I'm thinking that it might be intimate because there's a child here. So this is a lot of water. So this could be a lot of emotions about something that was seen on surveillance. And then we have the sun in the background that is setting. And I have another deck with the truth. Well, with the truth oracle, there's a card in there that it says sunset, and it speaks about like passed on loved ones and elderly people, vulnerable people, children. So there's surveillance that someone is emotional about. Maybe someone was seen throwing something in the water, or something about the garbage, if not the landfill, or garbage. Maybe like somewhere that's outside of the house. This is outside, so a dumpster or something. Someone could have put a child in a dumpster. What do we have at the bottom here? Boat. An empty boat on the water. Something about sailing or like taking a cruise is significant. Maybe someone threw something like in the sea while they were on a cruise boat. A cruise boat. A cruise ship. Something about a lake is significant. Maybe the letter B is significant. E, W, and R are significant. Oh, look. I just spelled water. Let's get another. Debt and the spouse. Oh, debt and spouse and partner. This came out together. And we started talking in the beginning about a spouse being in charge of the finances. So there's some type of surveillance. A spouse is seen maybe using a credit card that isn't theirs. What if, oh my God, this child thing is really throwing me for a loop. I think that, because I'm a visual person, when I look at this child is like a baby, a cute little baby. Who wants to hurt the cute little baby? But this child could also be a grown child. You're somebody's child. I'm 52 years old and I'm still someone's child. So this child doesn't have to be a baby, like an infant, but there's someone's baby. So someone wants their child, or a child. No, their child. They want their child to be silent. And they're either paying them, or the silence they need for them to have has something to do with these money problems. A lot of money. I just realized this money is laying on the ground. Almost like in a bank robbery. When some of the money is just flying out. Someone could be very frivolous with their money. They buy things they don't necessarily need. They spend a lot of money on things and gadgets because they feel like it makes them important or makes them look good in front of other people. Clean up. The cleanup. Oh, work with death and dismemberment. There could be, oh my God, body parts found in a landfill or in water. The surveillance though is, see, I don't want to see this. Like, because I don't like this energy. The water is near the surveillance and the partner and the debt. So the surveillance, this camera, this whatever video footage is found is near a body of water, or It has to, or end. This could be someone who is a water sign. Someone who's very emotional. Maybe they're in something really deep that they don't know how to get out of. This lake is not like a swimming pool. There are edges to the swimming pool that you can get to. The swimming pools are typically not that wide. They may be long, but not really that wide, especially if they're private pools. Someone is in a situation. That boat had no paddles. It almost is like going to get rid of a body and then losing your means to get away from the scene of the crime. No paddles. So you'd have to try to use your hands to try to get something kind of, and I hate to say goofy, that's the word that came to mind. Something goofy happened that was recorded. Having to do with a spouse, having to do with debt. Now the 3 cards are here that are associated with the child is to keep silent in the landfill. It's like, no, oh my God, and the song playing is No Air. What is her name? Jordan Sparks. Oh, that's Jordan Sparks. I thought that was a white woman. I know she's mixed, but I really just thought it was a white woman. But no air, and she's in the fucking water. The name Chris or Brown could be significant. Jordan could be significant. Sparks. Something about sparks are flying. Someone is trying to now clean up some type of evidence. Clean up their involvement. It could very well be, if this is like one story where there's a spouse, a partner, they have a child, somebody got themselves in debt and needed to find a way out, but they weren't the most affectionate or loving parent. So, you know, to get the money, finances, life insurance. Now there's a cleanup. A death. And a dismemberment. Oh, we're gonna get some of these. I can't blame anybody else for this feeling. I'm the one doing this crime reading. I didn't expect that, and I don't like it. Let's get some of the orange cards. I'm just going to put those to the side so I can see them. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll put them over here so that I have more space for it. I don't even know if you can see all of these cards. And it's night. It's almost 10 or 10 after 10. So it's too, I only have this one little light on, not the top one. So we'll use those and see what we get. So we have a sports car, and this kid is in a car seat. So something about keeping silent about a child in a sports car, or something that happened in a sports car. A dropout. Oh my God. Someone could have dropped out of high school or college, or just dropped out of something that they were enrolled or participating in. Dropping out of parenthood. Drop out the landfills, dropping shit off. It doesn't feel good. So if this is an older child, someone's older child dropped out of high school or dropped out of college, or dropped out of some type of trade school maybe. Declaration of war. Next to landfill and water. What is a what would make you declare war? If you found out someone hurt a child, would you declare war? If you were the spouse or partner, but declare war next to the landfill and the water. Someone could have a intuitive nudges that something isn't right. This landfill, I gotta really get another, like, what do I think about when I see this landfill? It doesn't bring anything to me. It does look like the destruction of our planet. I know this garbage has to go somewhere, but this is disgusting. That is enough land that it could be built upon, and houses could be built for people who don't have houses to sleep in. Something about the homeless is significant, or someone who may be homeless. Someone who is cautious about nature. It just looks really disgusting. Something that you don't want to touch. Declaration of war. Something you don't want to touch. Like, as a parent, if it was my child that something happened to, or that you plotted against, and I get even just the inclination that that's what we doing, declaration of war is the least of your worries. Person in come on. Person in tears next to the water. Someone is emotional. Someone got emotional and it's on surveillance. Someone crying is on some type of video. The spouse? Someone could have been at some type of lake house or something. If this is an older child, then it could be the same scenario where this spouse is trying to coerce this child into some type of silence, but this and this parent is still taking out either this parent is this person's actual father or mother, or this is like a step parent. But this person's biological parent, you know what? There have been some crazy ass cases where the child actually teamed up with the step parent. But this is not really a team up, as opposed to this child found out some information, let's say dropout. What if this child was in school one day and left early and came home and saw something, and now if they need to stay silent, like the parent may be telling them, when I get this money, I'll buy you a car. Declaration of war also makes me think of War of the Roses. This could have something to do with someone wanting to divorce someone. Or someone knew that if someone found out about their money issues, that would be a declaration of war. Someone could have been the mother earlier, when I was talking about the mother and child, the child that went missing, the surveillance, not necessarily surveillance, but there's video associated. This is how it's playing out in my head. Surveillance equals video. There was a video of the mother crying on TV, or pretending to cry, or trying to cry. but she didn't have a lot going on. Like, she didn't have a lot going on in that department. The whole story just seemed off. But she was in a boat with no paddles. Maybe she knew that. How do you not have any emotions? Like, I mean, no judgment, because people grieve differently. So it's not my place to judge. I just, for who I am, I'm a very emotional being, and I'm connected to the people who are close to me. So although I have a better understanding of life and death, our spirit, our soul, our purpose here, that will still nonetheless hurt like, I don't, that would be a big thing for me. So yeah, the parent who's trying to keep a child silent is trying to bribe them. This child, like I said, could have dropped out of some type of higher level of education or some type of trade school. Oh, my nose. A language barrier between the spouse. Oh my God. The language barrier has to do with the spouse's partner in debt. What is the language barrier? I don't want this motherfucker to find out that I've been living La Vida Loca with the funds. I don't want them to know that the house is in foreclosure. I haven't paid the electric bill in 6 months. The car payment is the only shit I pay because I need this motherfucker to get to work. I need that check. Language barrier. Something could also be significant about like a witness who needs, like when they're in a precinct, they need an interpreter. This language barrier, what this surveillance, what was seen, has to do with the money, the spending of money. A black card could be also significant. Person who needs to remove a tattoo right away. The silence. And the tattoo could be like a mark, the mark of the beast. The mark of someone out here doing some frivolous shit. This child could need to remove a tattoo. Or maybe this tattoo has some type of significance that would call attention to something that doesn't need to be looked into. The tattoo could also be like an imprint. Person who needs to remove an imprint right away. Needs to remove a bond, a connection. A vampire, when it bites and turns you, you're connected to that vampire. Someone is trying to sever the ties with a energy vampire. But a tattoo could be significant. This dropout could have a tattoo. Mascot for a professional sports team. Someone feels like a sucker. Mascots, they also, they wear like suits and shit. Covers their face, covers who they are. Entirely, their whole body. Oh, mascot for a professional sports team, but the dropout. Made me think of high school or college. I went to an all-girls high school, and the year that we did this mascot thing, our mascot was an angel. And I was the first mascot, so I was an angel. I'm still an angel. But, yeah, now that I think about it, that was pretty dope. The first Peps rally in that school, and I was the angel, the mascot. Oh, and I was a part of the prep. Oh, we were talking, what was it? Something, the blue and gold. Ice, ice, baby. Because we took the Vanilla Ice part of his song. I want to say it was ice, ice, baby. Too cold, ice, ice, baby. The blue and gold. High school is significant. Mascots in high school are significant. This child, something about this child in their high school years is significant. And restaurant, this declaration of war, an argument in a restaurant where there was a lot of emotion, person in tears. Maybe someone got some type of water or liquid thrown on them. Someone could have fell in the water. Whatever this is, it was caught on tape. This restaurant. Something was caught on tape at a restaurant. First night in new home. So, all right, the person in tears, the first night in a new home. There could be multiple reasons why you're in a new home. Because the spouse is no longer here. You get to pay off the debt. You could sell the house, get yourself a new house. Use the excuse, but I can't live here anymore because there are just too many memories. I just don't know how I would survive here without such and such. So this person in tears in a new home is like, oh my God, yes, I can't believe I did this. I can't believe I took out my my blockage. I took out my problem. Oh, look, I took out my problem, movie director. It's like, okay, cut. The camera's off. Now you go back to the person that you truly are. Now the tears have dried up. So, first night in a new home with a restaurant. I don't know. Someone could be crying in their new home because of this passing on of someone. Jealousy. Someone is jealous of someone's new home or their first night in a new home. Jealousy with person in tears. Like, say if this is someone, the person in tears who would cry over their child. Someone could be jealous of the compassion and love you have for your own children, where they don't really have that love and compassion for their own child. They're able to hurt that child for money. Jealousy and language barrier. Someone who is coming from a jealous space, they only hear what their triggers. So as far as they're concerned, you think you're better than them. Maybe this is the energy of the spouse. The spouse, the more responsible one. Maybe that more responsible spouse was going to start taking over the finances. Or at the very least, finding out that those bills existed, that debt existed. What else do we have? Person who knows something other people don't. This is the person who wants to remove that bond, that connection. A child. To keep silent. So the child, meaning this is not a case of the child who's not alive. This is the case of a child whose parent is trying to bribe them into staying quiet about something. Maybe they feel like they're a mascot. I'm here to entertain you. Do you think I'm funny? That could be significant. But this person knows something that other people don't know. If this isn't... I'm pretty sure this has to do with a camera someone being seen. But it could also be that once this child found out about whatever's going on with his parent, they started to look into other things. I don't know why. My son just dropped something and the noise made my heart jump. Like I was afraid, really afraid. This person who knows something other than other people, what people don't know, is very afraid. They're afraid of what they know. They're afraid of what someone is capable of. What else do we have? I just saw 40. So the number 40 could be significant. It could be someone's age. Look at this. Debt is coming back out. With person who knows something other people don't know. The silence from the parent. Something about a parent and a child. A biological parent to this child. Something about money and being in debt or owing a debt. And a mascot for a sports team. Sports is games. A professional gamer, a professional trickster. Mascot. A child who learned their skills from a parent. This could be Black Widow energy. Something about debt with a restaurant. This could, there could be like, this person could have been out with their child or with friends and was embarrassed that their card was declined. That would definitely put this person in tears because this person is very superficial, very 3D based. So being embarrassed in front of people because they don't have enough money would definitely put them in a very nasty energy. Person with an unfortunate nickname. So maybe this mascot, the child is the mascot, has an unfortunate nickname that was given to them by the parent. Yeah, because the sports car is here. The bribery item. The mascot is the child getting the car. The professional sports team is the parent who is not into good behaviors. So either this parent or this child has an unfortunate nickname. Maybe it has to do something with like garbage or landfill or water or lake. Maybe lake is significant because I keep saying that. Person with an unfortunate nickname is this mascot and this parent. So something about a new home for both the parent and the child. A language barrier. This language barrier could not just between the spouse and the spouses. This language barrier could now be between this child and this parent. This child, the language barrier comes because this child doesn't want to stay silent anymore about something. About this red rum or about whatever other activities this parent is in. Cancer. A cancer is significant, or someone could be diagnosed with cancer. Someone could be jealous of a cancer. Cancer is also fourth house energy, which deals with house and family. It's also the maternal energy. So this mother could be the one who gave someone an unfortunate nickname. Maybe this is just a nickname that once followed into adulthood is not cute. Like it's not something that you want to just be saying all willy-nilly. It's not, like, I don't know. If your kid's name, like their nickname was Cookie. You could get away with calling them Cookie their entire life. But if their name was like Squirt, don't call me Squirt out in the street. All out in these streets. But definitely a jealous cancer or a jealous mother. There could have been a conversation with this child. They dropped out of, oh, they could just want to, like I said, drop out of the family. Drop out of this professional sports team. They don't want to work here anymore. But they owe a debt, or a debt is owed. A debt is owed. This child knows about a debt that is owed. Something about shove. This mother could be physical. They're abusive. The smell that brings it all back. See what I'm saying? The smell that brings it all back. A memory. With firebug underneath. Firebug. A memory that brings it all back. If you ever see a, well, this summer I saw it. Actually, it was 4th of July specifically. We can see the fireworks from our front porch. Well, from our house in general. But my husband and I will sit upstairs and see it from our windows sometimes. Or I'll sit downstairs on the porch with the kids. So my son and I watched the fireworks this year. And there were so many firebugs. Just all over. And it brought back memories of my childhood when we used to go outside and catch them and put them in jars. And put holes at the top so they can breathe. Oh, excuse me. Something in a smell. A burning smell, maybe. A cologne. It could be a woodsy smell. It's like just a smell that when you do get to smell it, you can be outside. Wherever you're out, that's not typically where you would think you would smell it. Someone could walk by, if it's that, like a cologne or something. Or maybe it's like fresh bread. Remind you of a time when something happened. Maybe someone is starting to get memories of either this other parent, whether this is a step parent or a biological parent. Oh my God, my nose. Because this could also be a biological parent. But something is bringing back a memory. Is bringing it all back. And this says bring it all back, which is just not the memory. The feelings are coming back. Maybe there's guilt associated with something or regret. That's why this language barrier is coming about. Someone isn't in the same vibration that they used to be in. Something has changed. Something is different. They've seen something different. And with this shove next to this Cancer with first night at home, there could have been an argument or a fight. Something about a Ring camera is also significant. Or cameras in someone's home. The person in the tears could be the child, the dropout. I'm sorry, I don't mean to say that. I dropped out of college, so there's no shade, for real. I had 100 and... So yeah, this is going to be embarrassing. I got like 118 credits and didn't finish. But I think my main purpose for being there was my mister, because that's where I met him at. So, yeah. But, so yeah, shoving. There's a fight. Some fight because of jealousy. Alright. And the firebugs. Taxidermist. I'm not going to even go up into that. So the firebug, the cleanup. Oh, look, and this is at... Well, it's starting to get dark. The firebugs would start to come out. With this water on the ground, mosquitoes are going to come out too. But firebugs, something about the summer is significant. Firebugs come out in the summertime when it is warm. So finances in the summer. A cleanup in the summer. All right, we're going to get some Penseto no ki, chitete no fielda. We'll use the brown cards. I'll get one for like the silence, the child, the landfill, water, blah, 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 blah. Something about someone is in chemotherapy as well. Oh, look, declaration of war with first night in a new home. That's like the War of the Roses. Something about friends is significant with regard to a Leo. The first night in a, god damn it. Unusual suspect just fell. Look, next to silent. We'll put it back though because I wasn't prepared for that. But something about an unusual suspect. Someone you would not think to have done something. You know what? This child could have been an unusual suspect too. Communication about this unusual suspect. Like the child looks so cute. Little fat cheeks. She looking at you. And her jacket is mad cute. That's a little jacket, right? A little sweater, chumpy. I like that. Hold on, please. So yeah, the sweater is really cute. And she's really cute. That would definitely be an unusual suspect. Someone's child. Maybe, someone is getting the cleanup. The cleanup will be something is coming out. Some truth. Things could be being, justice is on the way, is what I want to say. The cleanup. Oh my God. So, silence. We have Pisces energy with keep silent, coercion, and hint. So this is a Pisces that wanted someone to be silent, or this is a Pisces that was asked to be silent. This Pisces, this could be their sun sign. Something about their identity. Who they are. Who my mom is. Who my dad is. The House of Pleasure talks about the sun energy. And I said that this card, when I started to pick this deck up earlier, the sun was at the bottom. House of Pleasure. How one identifies. So this Pisces was asked to be silent about House of Pleasure, what someone did out of desire, or maybe about a Leo. To be silent about their identity. To be silent about who their parent is. So this Pisces is silent, or someone with the change, the hangman. Someone could be silent about their decision in which they are changing their perspective. Seeing things differently. Someone could also be keeping quiet about their psychic abilities or their intuition. So for the child, we have lies and deception. Some lies about a child, or wanting a child to lie, to deceive, to drop out. No, lie about this debt. Lie about the debt with regard to the spouse. Person who knows something other people don't. The Pisces. These lies have to do with intimacy concerns, lacking closeness, affection, no emotional connection, not feeling supported. So these lies could have to do with the intimacy concerns with the other parent or the spouse of this, of their mom or dad. God damn it. The intimacy concerns is in blue. Pisces is in blue. So this child could be having a lack of closeness or affection for their parent. That's why this dropout is here. They, like I said, they want to drop out of this sports team, this game that they've been playing. Drop out of the game that they've been playing with separation. Trying to leave something. Something, it's the vibrate, like they're not on the same wavelength anymore. This child is learning something new, learning something different. The Pisces energy with the Hangman, that's a totally different perspective. That's seeing, someone's seeing something different than they have. What is that called? A paradigm shift. A penny for your thoughts. About this lies and deception. Penny for your thoughts with landfill. What's so funny is when I was looking at this card, this green bag kept sticking out to me. This card here is in green. A penny for your thoughts. There's questions about something that was thrown out in a bag, in a landfill. Green deals with love, the heart chakra. It deals with money. It deals with earthly issues. And then, I don't know. Penny for your thought is having, I have questions. I want to talk to you. I want to pick your brain. I want to pick your brain about something I found in the garbage, maybe. Look. So, those people whose child is missing, their child could be found in a landfill. This, with children here, a penny for your thoughts. This could be this child who is a grown-up child who has questions. They have questions for their parent. Communication, Mercury, I think. House of Intelligence. They have questions for this parent. They want to know something. Maybe they found some information, like I said, in the garbage. Maybe they found something in the garbage that caused them to want to declare war. This child could be the one with an unfortunate nickname. What about water? Oh, that's a lot. Karmic lessons. Turning pain into power. And addictions. So someone who's in tears is turning their pain into power. They're taking this negative energy and not allowing it to suffocate them. They're not allowing it to turn them into something that they don't want to be or someone they don't want to be. So turning their pain into power, like doing something and still having tears in your eyes while you're doing it. Doing something that you know is going to hurt you, but it's going to be bittersweet because it's going to bring about this change that you need to facilitate these karmic lessons. These karmic lessons have to do with a penny for your thoughts and these lies and deception. Penny for your thought in this green bag in this landfill. It's like this child needs to take their emotions out of a situation. That's why there's no emotional, no. I think the emotional connection has come after a long period of time with these karmic lessons. But we have addictions with the water energy. Someone could be drinking a lot. This child could be in a new home. Those are the words that we said from our heart. Now that you said that you're leaving me, I don't get that part. Oh, that's, Mary could be significant. No, I'm not gonna cry. How can you get something about 11 years is significant. Helping someone get on their feet is significant. May have to do something with the spouse. I don't know if that's too loud for YouTube. But water, someone is drinking a lot, crying a lot while they're drinking alone at home. This person could very well have found out that they have cancer, or they're crying. These tears have to do with their parent or their home life. All your lies. And I was looking at lies and deception with the karmic lessons. This Pisces is in the blue. It's this person in the blue with this intimacy concerns that is turning their pain into power. They're not allowing this situation to tear them down. They're not allowing their love for someone, their innate love, that's your parent, not allowing that to get in the way of this cleanup, the death, bringing closure to a situation. And at the bottom, spiritual matters. This is not about anything else but my soul, my spirit. Spiritual practices, awakening, lessons, growth, understanding, spiritual warfare, declaration of war. Someone tried to declare war on your spirit, and now you're fighting back. This person who declared war on you was your parent. Oh, that's too many. Oh my God. Something about the LGBTQIA community is significant. Some of the way someone's seen, surveillance. Someone could have been seen with their person or a significant other in video, like on a store camera or maybe someone's home camera. Growth and expansion. Someone is growing past this language barrier, past this jealousy with the shove, past this fighting. They're growing past this surveillance they witnessed. This is what this person has witnessed in their upbringing. They witnessed this parent not being able to communicate with other people, specifically their partner. They realized they witnessed the jealousy of this parent and how this could be like, oh, well, Sarah just got a new house. Why don't we have a new house? Now they have a new house and she's not happy still. Cancer energy. This person is like a plague. Maybe this cancer isn't that this person is sick, meaning they have a physical illness, but just that